Hey guys, I'm in Iceland. We're about to head to Reykjavik and get coffee and pastries. We've had no sleep, so that's super fun, but it looks like it's gonna be beautiful. It's not raining and there's no trees here, which I kind of knew, but like it's weird seeing in person. But anyway, I'll catch up with you guys there when we get coffee and pastries and I feel more like a person and less like a zombie.
Bread.
Coffee and bread secured. So I'm typically gluten-free because gluten in the US bothers me, but outside the US, like when I've gone to Japan, it hasn't bothered me, so I'm very excited to eat bread. This is just bread. Where's the raspberry croissant? We went to this bakery. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Oh my god. Bread.
This one's mine.
Like, it's been years since I've had a real pastry at this point. Oh, don't do that. It's been years at this point since I've had a real pastry, so this is very exciting. We're going to drive out to Vik now, and we're also going to see a couple of waterfalls today and the black sand beach with the basalt columns. So, should be pretty fun. Weather is great so far. Let's hope it holds, and let's go adventure. We drove about 2.5 hours from Reykjavik, and this was the beach was our first stop in Iceland. It was the middle of the day and it was so crowded. It did take both of us a little bit by surprise, me a little bit less so, because one of the reasons I planned our trip to be a reverse schedule is to avoid crowds like this, but we didn't quite do the reverse schedule the first day. There were just so many people and it just felt like everybody was there for their own Instagram picture, but it was really cool to actually see this spot in real life after seeing so many photos of it over the years. Are pronounced as Driholi or Driaholi. We're not really sure. I'm going to look it up though. We're going to try and find some puffins, which is something we're both really excited about on this trip. And we're not sure if they're going to be here or not because typically they're here like early in the morning or in the evening, but this place is only open till 7 and it's already almost 5 o'clock. So we decided to come here while we were over this way. But the views are also incredible. We're at like the top of a mountain and it's really cool. So let's go see if we can find some puffins. Hopefully. I'm only seeing seagulls so far, but fingers crossed. Sad news, we did not find any puffins, but what is cool is you can see where we just were, right there. We were over there by those rocks and it looks so tiny from up here. One thing that surprised us about these places is that you had to pay for parking everywhere, but we were okay with that. And after we went to the cliffs and didn't see any puffins, we did a few cool roadside stops on our way into town for dinner. The flowers were just absolutely beautiful. Lupins are actually really invasive to Iceland, but I'll talk about that more later. We went to this place called the Soup Company that was incredible. We hadn't had a real meal. We'd only had those pastries, so we were really hungry. We got these Swiss mochas and then we each got a different kind of soup and it comes with fresh bread and they even do free refills, but we got full really fast and we were tired and headed straight to our hotel, which was another 2-hour drive away. It was almost like a bed and breakfast and we had to walk down this path with our suitcases in the rain to get to the house, and you couldn't drag your suitcase along it. We had to carry it and we both just like thought that was so funny. It is currently 1:30 in the morning. We slept a full 3 hours. Yeah, we do feel better. As you can see though, it's not completely dark out, which is so cool. We are leaving our first place and headed off to see some waterfalls in the middle of the night. Let's go. Oh, I wasn't recording. Okay. Good thing I am now. We just finished at our first waterfall and it was absolutely incredible. It's not even 4 a.m. yet. We've basically had the whole place to ourselves. It's rising and we're on our way to our second waterfall and then hopefully the beach and coffee after that. But it literally, I mean, look at this. It is unreal. This is why we wake up early. This is the ring road. Not a car in sight. But look at that. This is gonna be awesome. After a quick stop in the Lupins, we are at our second waterfall and we're really hoping it's late enough after this that coffee places will have opened, because after 3 wonderful hours of sleep we are both desperately in need of coffee. But this is the way to do it. Come in the middle of the night when there's nobody here. We're about to walk up all these steps to the top of the waterfall. Neither of us is very excited about the stairs part, but here we go. It's a lot steeper than it looks. You know, I can't get it. It's very steep. Made it to the top of the stairs. We're at the top of the waterfall. There's some sheep and there's the top, and the path keeps going up this way. And we're, once again, the only ones here. It's awesome. So we have discovered that nothing opens until at least 9 a.m. here. Not the grocery store, not coffee shops, nothing. And we've been up since 12:30 and going since 1. So we're very much in need of coffee, but we're also on the hunt for puffins. So we've come to these cliffs in Vic trying to see if we can see any. Super cool and pretty. So far, no puffins, just a lot of seagulls. But we're just trying to kill time really until we can get coffee. 9 just seems so late for places to open. This cliff is huge. Look at that. Dang. We finally have coffee. I got this delicious mocha and it's absolutely freezing outside, so I'm gonna drink this and try and be awake now. Okay, so after a lot of wind and a lot of rain and a nap in the car, we are now somewhere where it's not windy or rainy. It's actually beautiful and we're having fun again. We weren't for a minute there, at least I wasn't, but we are here at this beautiful glacier. It's so cool. It's so blue. I'll input some like close-up footage that I took of it so you can see the colors better, but it's incredible. It's huge. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. You can see the little teeny tiny people down there. Do you hear that? That's the ice moving.
Is the ice moving or thunder?
That's the ice moving.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we're about to go over there. So yeah, and then we're gonna go to Diamond Beach and then we're gonna go check into our hotel and go to sleep. But this is incredible. And also, everybody's down by the water. Nobody's up here, which is fantastic. At this point in time, I don't know a lot about this glacier or its history or how old it is and how much it's receded, but voiceover Sam might have some of that info of the clips that show closer of the glacier, so I'm gonna turn it over to her. This glacier is actually part of a much bigger ice cap, but this glacier itself is 5 miles long and over a mile wide. It is currently shrinking. Statistics say it shrinks about the length of an Olympic swimming pool every year, but it is just absolutely gorgeous still right now. Definitely recommend. This spot was really cool. Everything here is so big. And it's crazy to see like the different perspectives of things with like where the people go, and it just changes how you can view the size. But we are now off to Diamond Beach, which is kind of hit or miss. Apparently there's supposed to be little icebergs that wash up onto the beach and look like diamonds, but you have to go like right after high tide, which was at 11 and it's now 2, so we're kind of right in between low and high tide. So we'll see if there's anything cool there. If not, there's a canyon nearby that we're gonna stop at, and then hopefully it'll be time for us to check into our hotel for the night and I can get a little bit of work done and we can sleep and then go back out again. We started this morning at we woke up around 12:30 and left our hotel by 1:30 in the morning, and it was awesome. We had the whole island to ourselves, it felt like. So I think we're gonna do that again, but yeah, let's go check out Diamond Beach and see if we can find little mini icebergs.
Bird app will work.
All right, it is the next morning. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning. We've been going for about, I guess, almost 3 or 4 hours already. We woke up this morning and the part of the island we were on, it was so rainy and so windy. It was just absolutely brutal, like a ton of rain, a ton of wind. So the hike that we were going to go on, we kind of nixed because it just was terrible conditions. Both of us are willing to stick it out in bad weather, but that was just too much for first thing in the morning. Our hotel made this really big deal about how they have this coffee machine and tea machine. It was super complimentary and it's locked up early in the morning, so we were really, really sad. But we've made some fun roadside stops along the way, and we're gonna go hike in another canyon, and the weather is so much better. It's clear, it's not windy, it's warmer, so we definitely made the right decision. And then we're driving all the way across Iceland today over a mountain pass to end up on the complete opposite side of the island than we are now. We're on the eastern side and we're going to be going to the western side. This is where we are right now. It's beautiful. Oh wow, that looks so cool. It's really, really pretty. So we're going to continue on with our journey and get this hike to this canyon done and waterfall, and then we're going to drive across the island and hopefully get food and coffee along the way. After our walk through the canyon, we continued on our way and we found this place with really cool historic buildings that Icelandic horses happened to be visiting too, so of course we had to stop. Icelandic horses are actually their own specific breed, and if an Icelandic horse ever leaves the island, it can't ever come back, probably to help with disease control, but also to make sure nothing happens to the breed to dilute it, since it is technically a pure breed created throughout the years from breeding. I don't know if you can tell, but it's so windy, but it was really fun to stop and get to see the horses. Right across the street from the horses, there was this really cute bakery. It smelled so good, and it turns out they had a ton of different kinds of cinnamon rolls and pastry and coffee. It was kind of backwards. You walk in, and that's where the line is, and the pastry case was over to the side, so you had to kind of walk around. But we went and looked at all the different cinnamon rolls and decided which one we wanted and ordered, and then we were on our way. We feel so much better. We went to that canyon. We took a 2-hour car nap. We've gotten food. We've gotten coffee. I can't even begin to put into words how bad we were feeling. It was not good. Like, neither of us was able to stay awake at all. But the sun is sort of starting to come out. We found an area without rain. So we are now on our way to the other side of the island. We stopped and said hi to some Icelandic ponies, which is so cool and exciting. And we're seeing all these little historical houses that are like built into the ground with like grass roofs and stuff. And I guess that's how they used to live, which makes so much sense because it is so windy and cold and rainy and everything. But we're going to keep continuing on our trek. And yeah, hopefully the weather stays like this and not the sheets of rain that we've had today. Driving an F road in Iceland. You have to have all-wheel or four-wheel drive, so we're in an SUV, our car does, which is great. And it's pretty, like, it's a bumpy dirt road, but it's not like off-roading per se. But anyway, this is one of the only roads that goes through the Highlands of Iceland. It's also one of the longest roads on the island. It's all alpine and volcanic and rocky. It looks crazy. It looks like something out of Lord of the Rings. And people are flying down it. I'm not that brave, but people are driving on it like it's a normal highway. We're about to go through a really big puddle. Hang on. I just don't know how deep it is, so I don't want to drive through it if I can help it. Like that. Did you see that? I did great.
You did.
And the whole road is going to take us about 4 or 5 hours to drive, and we're already over an hour in, so that's cool. And we're going to stop at the top at this mountain pass, and we go up about 4,000 feet in elevation, which is really neat, and it just looks crazy. I mean, it kind of looks like another planet, doesn't it? Yeah. And then I'll turn you guys around. This is kind of what we're working with. And some parts of the road are really smooth, and other parts are like this where there's a lot of potholes and it's really bumpy and rocky. So I don't know why some parts are the way they are and other parts are the way they are, but it's definitely an adventure. And there's not that many people up here, which after going to the waterfall that literally everybody in Iceland was at is a welcome change. This is much more what we like. And the sun's trying to come out and the sky's clearing up a little bit. So maybe we'll actually get a sunset tonight. That would be so cool. But yeah, we're excited, and we're excited to get to the other side of the island and see what's over there. At what they call their base camp. It's like it has a hotel and hot spring and a restaurant and everything. We're going for a teeny tiny hike. This is what it looks like this direction. A river that I dipped my finger in, it's freezing, and then you can see all the buildings and the camp and everything. But we're gonna explore a little bit. There's like weirdly a lot of bugs. It's not fun. Are currently walking to go see the most photographed mountain in Iceland. It was also apparently in Game of Thrones. I don't remember it, but it's been years since I've watched it. That's what it looks like. It also has 2 twin waterfalls that we're going to see, and apparently parking is expensive there, so we're walking a little bit. We just had lunch in town and it was super yummy, and it's like our first real meal we've eaten since the first day we got here. We've not really even done a good job of taking care of ourselves, and we both feel a lot better. It's already like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We kind of got a later start today because we didn't get to our hotel until almost midnight last night. The light all day is really coming in handy, but as you can see, we have another cloudy day. We have yet to see any kind of golden hour or sunset or anything, but it's fine. The clouds are cool and we're not being upset about it. We continued on our way around the peninsula. This really cool overlook over the ocean around a turn definitely took our breath away and we had to stop. There were so many birds. The cliffs are just covered in seagulls everywhere, and watching them glide over the water and with the wind and everything was really, really cool. We found another coffee shop bakery to stop at. We didn't get any pastries this time, but we were definitely in need of caffeine. I don't think I've ever slept less so consecutively ever in my life, and we were struggling. We were both really tired at this point. Our drive took us to Snaefellsnes National Park. We stopped along these cliffs to see the ocean and the birds and hopefully find puffins, which we didn't do, but we did find an Arctic fox. We got to watch it run all over the cliffs before it ran off, but I caught the end of it on video. These flowers reminded me a lot of the alpine tundra in Colorado, and I just really love all the colors we were getting to see. There were so many different varieties of flowers and plants and everything. We also saw more seagulls than I've ever seen in my entire life. There were so many birds, and it was really cool to see them along the black cliffs. We're driving through a lava field, and the rocks look like this, and they're covered in green stuff, and Mom has requested that we stop and touch the green stuff, so that's what we're doing. Yeah, I think it's just moss. Oh, it's really spongy. Can you see how squishy that is? Cool. Got the cool mountain, got the lava fields. We just left a national park. Now we're gonna go walk on the side of a cliff. We saw 8 trillion birds and an Arctic fox. So very successful stops just far. It's only 5 o'clock and we're almost to our hotel because we're having a chiller day today because we've gone too hard. So I'm back home now, obviously, from Iceland, and I honestly did not vlog our last day and a half there. By that point, we were so tired and just honestly kind of disappointed, I guess, in the trip. It just wasn't what we expected. That I really didn't feel like getting the camera out, and we were just in Reykjavik. We didn't really do anything exciting. We kind of went to a couple shops, but I just wanted to talk about some of the things that surprised me that I haven't seen anyone talk about. And like, yes, our trip, we saw the sun for maybe 20 minutes. It kind of sucked. It rained, it was cloudy. Like a lot of times you couldn't even see the view. The first day, like the day we did all the waterfalls and everything, that was our favorite day. And that was really, really cool. And I'm not saying we didn't get to see beautiful things, because we did. But it just, there were some things that like I didn't expect. So I wanted to talk about that, which the first being is I did not expect how touristy everything was going to be, even though everything we saw was like very nature heavy. A lot of it, like as you could see from the video, it's roped off, there's paths, fences, everything, which after seeing the number of people in spots during the day, I completely understand, especially because you could see the effects of people not following trails and everything over the years. There are a lot of social trails, like leave no trace is so important. Everywhere you go, the impact on the land is undeniable. But I didn't know that, and I didn't expect that. And so it just kind of felt like we were seeing like tourist attraction after tourist attraction after tourist attraction, rather than getting to experience like nature, I guess is the best way to say it. The wind and the rain and that much clouds, that was really hard. I was expecting more sunshine. Maybe that's on me, but from what I understood, in the summer, you're more likely to see the sun. And I was really excited to experience midnight sun. And while it was light when we went places, it was never like sunshine. I was really excited for like really long golden hours. I kind of planned the trip around that, so I was sad not to get to experience it, but that's just something that's not in the control. Every single place you have to pay to park, and it was like a minimum of $8. And again, wasn't expecting that, which it's fine. I completely understand they need to be able to maintain these places, and the money goes towards that. But when you think you're going to be somewhere for like maybe only 30 minutes and you see 5 different places in a day, $8 really adds up quickly. I was expecting I knew the towns were going to be small. I was expecting things similar to what we have in Colorado with our small mountain towns, and they were even smaller than that. A lot of places like didn't even have a grocery store or anything, and it was kind of hard to find food, especially the hours that we were out, and we ate a lot of yogurt from the grocery store when we could find it. Yeah, just those were the kind of things that I wasn't really expecting, and it was freezing the whole time, like 2 coats level freezing. I don't think it got higher than 45 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, just different things that I didn't know to expect. It wasn't like I said, we still got to see really beautiful things. It was still a great experience. I had so much fun with my mom. We've been trying to plan this trip for like 2 years. We were supposed to do it for my 30th birthday, and it didn't happen. So it was really special to get to do it this year, and I don't regret going, but it just was not what I expected. I think our itinerary was too aggressive. I think we didn't sleep enough or eat enough, so we didn't take very good care of ourselves, and that made it really hard to enjoy things. And then on top of that, the weather was really hard. I'm somebody who needs sunshine, and so that much cloud cover and darkness was hard, and it legitimately felt like winter so many times. Yeah, not bad, but I've never heard anybody talk about anything negative about Iceland, and I think next time if I were to go again, I would plan for myself less touristy spots and maybe things that were closer together, because we spent about an average of 5 hours a day in the car, and that's a lot. And yeah, make sure you download a good audiobook. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
You're my music, but you tear me to pieces. So where does it come from? A scene that keeps playing on repeat, ignores the rule of thumb. Oh, where does it come